Everyone hates Xbox's 50% Game Pass price hike with a surge of cancellations causing Microsoft's website to malfunction. Welcome to Inside Games, the only gaming news show brave enough to cover all of the Game Pass fallout.
Yeah, pun intended there with the Fallout, because let me tell you, everyone hated that. It's like the second you try to have any fun in Fallout, everybody's going to be like, you shouldn't be doing that. Yeah.
That's true. Before we get into the news, Lawrence, where are you?
Right now I'm in Tokyo Disney Sea. Here, let me give you a spin. So there's the park back there.
Oh.
Yes. Stephanie's a huge Disney fan, so we tacked on some days to our TGS visit to visit the parks. So that's where I'm at right now. But you know what? Nothing's going to get in the way of delivering hot gaming news just for you.
I know. It's pretty amazing, Lawrence. Thank you for doing that. All right. Also, we owe you guys a correction from yesterday's episode. We actually mistakenly reported that the Xbox Rewards redemption limits were a new thing yesterday, and they are not new. Right, Lawrence?
That's correct. Yeah. So, the part of the announcement was that there's kind of caps on every tier of Game Pass. Those caps are not new. Yeah, in fact, the amount of reward points you can earn has increased from 58,000 last year to 100,000 points for Ultimate members. So there you have it. Now everyone loves Game Pass, right?
I mean, do they? Xbox announced the price increase for Game Pass Ultimate from $20 to $30 yesterday, and just a handful of hours later, reports surfaced on Reddit that users were unable to cancel their subscriptions thanks to website malfunctions.
Yeah, specifically on the Microsoft account backend, you can look at all of your subscriptions listed, and that website was having trouble loading active subscriptions. Now, we don't know for sure that these issues were caused by a surge in cancellation traffic, but gosh, it's awfully likely given the timing.
The new price doesn't kick in for current Ultimate subscribers until November 4th, so there's still some time to cancel, but if you sign up right now, that new price is there.
Yeah, that's correct. I had a concern that this price was going to just slip in the middle of the night and just, like if your monthly billing cycle was hitting this week or something like that, you might get stung with a higher price. But no, if you're currently an Ultimate subscriber, you have some time to make a decision. Otherwise, yeah, new subscribers get the higher price right away.
Other folks in the thread reported hitting similar issues through a browser, while others were able to cancel or downgrade their plans through an Xbox console without issue.
Yeah, and the issues seem kind of over at this point, but still, you always see that circumstantial evidence when news results in a surge of activity. Speaking of surges of activity, GameStop took the opportunity to remind folks that any games you buy at the retailer remain yours. In a scathing meme post on X, the everything app.
The Millennial Meme Factory posted, quote, "Buy once, own forever. Math isn't that hard." Man, they pulled a page out of the PlayStation 4 book.
Exactly. Yeah, man, it's tough. Xbox keeps setting themselves up to get dunked on, right? They followed that post announcing that they would continue selling Game Pass Ultimate cards, the physical cards that you can redeem for a month. They continue selling those for $20 online and in store. For now.
Oh, okay. And Amazon is actually still selling cards for $20 as well. But again, you probably got about a month or so, and then they start going up.
Yeah, it's time to cash in. If you're a Game Pass subscriber, you want to lock in that lower price. Time to buy a whole stack of cards. And apart from website interruptions and retailer dunks online, folks are understandably displeased with this new Game Pass rollout.
Yeah, all right. So here's a general sampling of sentiment from various internet threads, because we've read a lot of them today. JFree37 writes, quote, "Well, they finally priced me out of Ultimate. Nice job, Xbox. Keeping it for another month or two just to finish some stuff up. But then I'll drop down to the middle tier, I guess. For those of us who don't give a fuck about Fortnite or Ubisoft Classics, we should just be able to pay $20 to $25 instead and not have access to those add-ons."
Boy, do I agree with that. Yeah, it's feeling more and more like legacy cable TV all the time. Zartier writes, quote, "I can afford $30 a month, but at this point, just buying games is going to be cheaper. I don't use Game Pass that much."
Kind of a humble brag. Organic Keynesian Bean wisely observes that, quote, "For $360 a year, you could get a hell of a lot of games in Steam sales."
You sure could. A caveat, though, if you're on PC Game Pass is about half as expensive. That's $16.50 a month. But I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, Ruthless Wrapped analyzes the value breakdown, right? Yeah, it's a good value if you do Fortnite, play EA, and Ubisoft games, and first-party MS games on release. And for a majority of people, the premium tier will make the most sense if you want to have that Netflix-style library of games but don't need the newest stuff.
Sure. Yeah, why not? A barcode poster acutely summarized a lot of concerns, writing, quote, just spent $30 on multiple single-player games on the Steam sale, a minimum of 6 months added to my backlog. The way things are going, I genuinely don't want to gamble buying games on Xbox anymore. 10 years from now, my library could be non-existent because some future financial crisis and a bad leadership decision decimates Xbox.
Yeah, that's the big worry right now. I think everybody understands Valve and Steam are probably not going anywhere for at least the next 10 years, but with how volatile Xbox has been, especially when it comes to pricing and branding and tiers and all this stuff, it's very difficult to feel secure in investing in that ecosystem right now.
Absolutely. Who needs all these words, really, Lawrence? When forum poster Zando got to the heart of the matter on the Reset Era forums and posting, quote, $30 Lamau.
Lamau indeed. Yeah, it's a tough one out there. And really, it's a lot of people were also complaining about the the rise in Xbox console price. For a long time, they were the value leader. You had the Series S plus Game Pass, like that combo was really affordable, really valuable, especially if you weren't necessarily interested in playing the hottest new games in 4K. But now, gosh, even that's out the window. So staying on console hurts. And it's really hard to recommend anybody going with the Xbox console ecosystem over PlayStation at this point.
I mean, especially since they're pricing people out of the console itself. They keep raising the price on it. Like this poster said, who knows if they'll be around in even 5 years. I will be like, they'll probably have a new Xbox in a couple of years, but then like, geez, at that point, are we going to have another generation? I don't think we're going to have another generation after 2027's Xbox.
Well, yeah, I mean, people have speculated for years that the convention of having a physical console in your home is going to be outdated at some point, and certainly Xbox is driving towards that. I think the secret future-proofing in their reorganization of all the tiers is that now every Game Pass tier has unlimited cloud streaming. So yes, Xbox themselves are telling you, you don't need to buy our overpriced console anymore. You can just play it through your phone, play it on your TV, play it on your browser. Just skip the console cost in general. And that's when the math gets a little fuzzier. If you don't need that initial $500-$600 investment, then suddenly Game Pass amortized over the course of 5 years starts to even out. But that's some future economy. And for people that have been playing console games for, 30 years now, it's really hard to think in those terms, and also not very friendly to think in those terms. You want to have the physical unit, the physical disc, and understand that you can play it if your internet goes out, if there's a surge of traffic and internet services go down. At least you can throw the disc in your console and have fun for the 3 or 4 hours you have, between your long working shifts or cooking, cleaning, all the other crap you have to do that isn't gaming, which is why we're all here.
I will say also, xCloud really is definitely the best version of cloud gaming that there is out there. But right now, like you said, Lawrence, nobody's looking for that. And it's great. But we don't have a proven model that can exist for a long time. Obviously, OnLive did it years ago and died. Stadia tried it for a couple years and died. So I mean, like, xCloud, they're ahead of the game, but I just don't yet see, like, I haven't fired it up on my phone and been like, oh, I can't wait to play Outer Worlds 2 on my phone or something. That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll take some kind of generational turnover, really, for people to be comfortable with that. What's bizarre is everybody was very willing to click to like rental cloud streaming when it comes to film and music. Different culture in gaming, though. People want to have that box. They want to plug it in. They want to have the disc. They want that ironclad security. I don't know. Maybe it's because we all grew up as impoverished millennials in the 80s and 90s, and we want to ensure that we have access to our games. Just like people that went through, I don't know, Dust Bowl depression. They need to have access to their corn and potatoes. One interesting bit that I saw combing through all the Reddit threads, we were kind of dismissive of the idea that people were using Xbox reward points to stack up Game Pass. But there were multiple people that claimed to have used that system to bank up Game Pass till 2027 and beyond. So I don't know that it's a lot of people, but there are some people out there that were definitely working the angles and have years and years of Game Pass stacked up free because of Xbox rewards. So that's pretty cool. I'm all about working the angles, and I think there's something kind of neat about earning more gaming with gaming. So the Xbox rewards program is kind of interesting they gamified it real hard. So if you like points and you like questing and you like feeling like you're saving money, it's worth looking into. But yeah, I am still curious exactly how many people that was, because it's a loophole they shut down.
I was also really surprised at how many comments I saw, and also the fact that the website malfunctioned. I thought people would sort of not bat an eye at this. They'd be like, oh man, it sucks, it's going up. And they sort of be like, whatever, I wasn't subscribed to Ultimate anyways. But I saw so many people saying, I was on Ultimate, I'm gone. And I was shocked. I saw thousands of comments today. And I really did not think that was going to be the case, the $20 to $30. Because it's a major increase, but I just assumed everybody was on core or whatever it is, premium.
Yeah, I think they crossed a perceptive barrier. And they must have known, they don't do these things without market research and asking people in surveys and things like that. All I can figure is that they don't want to raise prices again for a long time. So I think that they went a little high. It's almost like Nintendo releasing Mario Kart World for $80. They want it to stay at that price for the next 5, 6, 7 years, so they don't raise prices later and don't feel like they missed out on 5, 6 years of revenue where it could have been at a higher price. So I think now they're willing to take the hit just to establish the price, get everyone used to it, rip the Band-Aid off. And they're going to take a hit in subscribers for sure, but then hopefully, theoretically, they'll earn them back over the next 3 or 4 years. But I don't know what with. Call of Duty, maybe. Yeah. Apart from that, I'm kind of blanking right now. I mean, they did their big acquisitions. They did Bethesda, thinking that Starfield was going to be a hit. Maybe Elder Scrolls 6. But yeah, we can't see that far into the future. Xbox executives have vision that we don't. So maybe they've got some real heaters in the oven that are going to hit 2-3 years from now. That'll air quotes justify that higher price. But yeah, for now, it's just a bunch of add-ons that don't seem to be clicking with people. Fortnite Crew, Ubisoft Plus Classics. These are things that people can get a la carte if they want to, and probably end up saving money based on how they play games.
And I mean, you've said it 1,000 times, but you're right. PC Game Pass, they had a price increase, but $16.50 is really honestly the best deal in gaming still. So like, if we're going to recommend any version of Game Pass, it's for sure PC Game Pass.
Yeah, it gets the biggest benefit, which is still day one premium games on PC. The ROG Xbox Ally is going to have access to that tier. And I still think a $600 Xbox Ally with PC Game Pass, or even a Steam Deck with PC Game Pass, that's one of the best value combos you can get at gaming in the moment.
Thank you again for watching. We really appreciate it. We love doing this, even when Lawrence is on vacation in Japan. I mean, look at him. He's recording right now for you guys.
Yeah, and thank you for hyping the videos. If you haven't done that yet, please hype this video. It seems to be helping. If you have no idea what that is, don't worry about it. It's something exclusive to mobile. It puts us in some kind of weird hype leaderboard. Yeah, our videos have been doing a lot better lately. So thank you for your support.
Yeah, check out our Patreon too. Every episode is freely available with a Lawrence meme of the day on the Inside Games Patreon. We'd like to shout out some folks that actually support the show there. Splinkerton, Forkendoggin, Aristotle, Cabot, Boris, Gav, and Tyler King. Thanks very much for supporting these videos.
Yeah, I'm all about the weird and slightly trolly Patreon names, so thank you for giving us an opportunity to read these. Specifically, thank you Caleb Clark, Overly Sarcastic Productions, Name Hogger, and Matt Bogenberger. Your support means everything, so thank you very much.